Know if there is any question, observation, or contribution. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Amin. Wa iyyakum.
What about somebody that is studying? Because most people they are condemning Islam. Because of that condemning of Islam, they went out to study. Preach together, Islam is a good thing. What is it?
This is a good intention. This intention is very good. You know, when we're mentioning the stages or the futures of intention, ikhlas, we said there are four. Number one is to intend, lifting away ignorance from yourself. And also, number two, to lift away ignorance from where? Others. Number three, to preserve the knowledge from where? From where? To protect the knowledge. Meaning to preserve what? The deen. The knowledge. To preserve the knowledge. You learn also to preserve the knowledge. Because if people are not learning, there will be no what? There will be no knowledge. Then number four, we mentioned something. Number four, what did we say? Now? To spread it. Is that what we said? How to remove ignorance from others. It's actually spreading it. We said four things. Now, Allahu Musta'an. Ustaz. You said? Yes. Okay, you were not around. It's true. But Ustaz, you were in the first class. So, to also, you are learning to remove ignorance. This is the central point. To remove what? Ignorance. Now, these people who are condemning the religion, they are what? They are ignorant about the religion. Do you understand? So, you learn to remove that ignorance from where? From them. This is also part of good intention. Now. Wa alaikum assalam.
You talked about the honoring of this college. Can you kind of share light about the kind of honor? Because today there are some people who believe that if you don't kneel down to good scholars, that there are such kind of honor that if you don't behave in some ways and manner, they believe that you are not respecting the kind of scholar.
No. This their own understanding is very, very wrong. Do you understand? Is very, very, very wrong. Ibn Abdul Barr, he mentioned that part of honoring the scholar, we have mentioned it at the beginning of the class here, that you don't force him, you don't drag his clothes, you don't hold his clothes, and also you don't compel him to answer your question. It's part of the honor. When you get to a place where there are Jama'ah, you make salam to your own scholar specifically before what? The Jama'ah. Do you understand? When your teacher is talking, you don't what? You don't talk. Abdullah ibn Mubarak, he was asked a question why Sufyan al-Thawri was there. Sufyan al-Thawri was there. He said, Inna la natakallam inda kubara'ina. We don't talk when our elders, what in knowledge and also in age, are what? Are present. So whenever your scholar is present, you don't employ, the action of Wasil ibn Ata. Wasil ibn Ata was a student to Al-Hasan ibn Abi al-Hasan al-Basri. When they ask his teacher a question about Kabira, major sin, Before the teacher will talk, he say, Baina manzilatayn. I hope you are getting it. He has actually preceded what? So you don't do that. Where your teachers are, whenever your teacher is talking, you don't what? You don't talk. Oh? And also, you don't mention before your teacher that, Sheikh, this thing you said, so scholar have contradicted you. Do you understand? Maybe your scholar is teaching now. You don't say, Sheikh, this thing you said, I Sheikh Fawzan say it's not like that. You know, you don't do that. Do you understand? There is a way you ask him question, even if it's wrong. You not come out, abruptly to say, Akram, this thing you said is wrong. And also, you don't go and be backbiting him. These are two things. Student of knowledge, sometimes you say something that they are not pleased with. Instead of them to actually discuss with you on that particular masala, they will not discuss with you. They will go outside and be spreading it that this is what he's saying. So you don't do that. If your teacher says something that is bad, you actually talk to him in a what? In a polite manner. You can even leave him after people have gone. Wallahi, there are two books I used to advise students of knowledge to read. At-Ta'assubu al-Ara wal-Madhab of Sheikh Ibrahim al-Mazru'i, and also Raf'ul Malam Anil A'immat al-A'lam of Sheikh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. Imam Malik one day they asked him, Ibn Wahab, Abdullah ibn Wahab, one of the students of Imam Malik. One day they asked Imam Malik about takhleel, searching in between the finger and the toes. Why performing ablution? Imam Malik said, it's not. He indicated that it's not necessary. Do you understand? So when they finished from that particular gathering, when he stood up from that gathering, Abdullah ibn Wahab went to meet him. He said, Sheikh, you gave so fatwa. I guess we have evidence on it that is establishing that what is necessary. Imam Malik said, what is the evidence? Do you understand? So Ibn Wahab then started mentioning the isnad. That is the way they memorize their own hadith. They're not like we today that we just call ourselves. No, they memorize. And Imam Malik is an engineer. إذا ذكر العلم فمالك نجم أو كما يقال. If knowledge is mentioned, Imam Malik is a star. So when Ibn Wahab actually started, mentioning the isnad, he said, this hadith is hadithul Hasan. I hope they are getting it. Before you even quote the hadith, he said this hadith is hadithul Hasan. So when he now quoted the hadith, Imam Malik went back and took back his statement. He returned what? The fatwa. He took back that fatwa and gave the correct fatwa, which his student actually what? Directed him to. But you see how he corrected him? It did not embarrass him in the public. This thing you said, the Prophet said in Sunnah hadith, no. I hope they are getting it. So you correct. And whenever somebody is refuting your scholar, maybe somebody is saying bad thing about your scholar, confirm from your scholar. If that thing the person is saying is correct, advise him in a polite manner. If that thing the person is saying about your scholar is not correct, then fight against that person. Fight with that person to stop what? Rubbishing the name of what? Of your scholar. It's part of adab. But for you to go and kneel down for your scholar, it's not part of it, because kneeling down is haram. I hope you are getting the concept. Even though there are some scholars who are trying to do ta'wil. There was a time we had a discussion with a scholar too in Loko Jaya who said that it's not haram. So that actually prompted me for further research. Wallahi, greeting is an act of ibadah. Nobody can deny that. Is greeting an act of ibadah or not? It's an act of ibadah, because the Prophet in many hadiths he told us how to greet, which indicate that what is an act of ibadah. And when something is an act of ibadah, two conditions must be what? Al-ikhlas and what? Mutaba'ah. So we must do it the way the Prophet ﷺ did it. I hope they are getting the concept. May Allah Ta'ala continue to guide us. Now. Wa alaikum assalam, Sheikh. Amin. Wa iyyakum, Sheikh. Amin. Wa iyyakum, Sheikh.
The issue of watching woman, so
No.
He says it has become the order of the day. What would be your advice for us to follow? Because you find out that 99% of Muslim women are now respect of particular respect of position. We are addicted to either watching people or films. What would be your advice? How can we take it away? To exchange it with something, because I believe if you say something is not okay, then you should replace it with one that is better.
No.
That's the only way we can turn the society from most of our immoral social part with engagement.
No.
Can you advise us at least if we are already addicted to football, watching of it, even some of us in masjid from the ugly, like masjid will be ugly, but you don't even know what is the impact. You don't know what is the impact. You don't know what is there is nothing in it. Those people you are arguing over, they are there making their money. Yesterday when calculating, somebody was telling us, one of our elder brother was telling us that one of the footballer is the highest paid footballer out of those, just the recent point he played. He said the guy is collecting over the 3 million in the month.
Subhanallah.
Like over a 3 million in the month. The money calculated was more than 1 trillion every month. Is the highest paid footballer. You understand?
No.
That means it indicates they are making their own money. We are helping them to make the money.
No.
Because we must pay before we watch. If we are not paying, we are subscribing. And movie too. We download films, we watch films. So with the situation we are in now, because just as you said, others among us family. So how are we going to do?
No. May Allah continue to guide us. The first thing I would like to expose us to is the importance of time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَهُوَ الَّذِي جَعْلَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ خِلْفًا. I used to tell people that wallahi, because of positive things that we are even doing, we are seeing that time is not sufficient for us to read. Wallahi, time is not sufficient for us. Allah said, وَهُوَ الَّذِي جَعْلَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ خِلْفًا. It is He, Allah, who has made the night and the day in succession. Is it for just mere play or for joke? No. Allah said, لِمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَذَّكَّرَ أَوْ أَرَادَ شُكُورًا. For he who wants to remember Allah, or he who wants to show gratitude to who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alternate the night and what? And the day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that He has not created us for what? Abatha. He has not created us for mere play. He has not created us for what? For mere fun. This is the belief of the kuffar. The Muslims, they don't play with their what? Their time. Do we understand? Because they know that any time that passes them by without them remembering Allah, even if they are in Jannah, they will regret it. Go and read Al-Waqtu Bayna Hirs al-Salaf wa Tafrid al-Khalaf of Abu Sa'id al-Baylawi. He said the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ni'matan maghbunun fihima kathirun minan nas." There are two favors that Allah blessed us with. Look at what He called them. Favor. Don't forget. Thumma latus'alunna yawma idhin ani na'imko. Allah said, then undoubtedly they shall be questioned regarding what? The favors. And the Prophet is describing this as what? Favor. It means Allah is going to question you about it. The Prophet said there are two favors that Allah bestowed upon mankind. But majority of mankind, they are not mindful of these favors. As-sihha wal faragh. As-sihha wal faragh. Good health and what? And free time. Good health and what? Free time. They are favors. Use that good health to access Jannah. Use that free time to access where? Jannah. How can you access Jannah? By watching football, by watching film. One of the poets was saying, Yaman bi dunyawun shagal. Oh, he that is actually carried away, he that is busy with worldly affairs. وَغَرُّهُ طُولُ الْعَمَلِ. He is deceived by wishes that he can never attain. Al-mawtu ya'ti baghtatan. Death will not tell you that it's coming. It's going to come unexpectedly. وَالْقَبْرُ صُنْدُوقُ الْعَمَلِ. And the grave is the boss of your deed. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ. Al-Hasan ibn Abi al-Hasan al-Basri, he said that a believer is that person that takes his provision from this world to where? To hereafter. How do you do that? Manage your time. The Salaf, they can dash you all their money but not their time. Why? Because they know that when this time goes, it will not come back again until a day that either it will be used for them or what? Against them. And look at what the Prophet ﷺ said in an authentic narration. He said, "Ar-rajul yub'athu ar-rajul ala ma mata alayh." A man is going to be resurrected on what he died upon. Do you know when you are going to die? Who knows when you will die? Nobody. Allah says, "Kitaban mu'ajjala." It's a prescribed time. But this prescribed time is with who? Allah. If you die while watching football, what are you going to tell Allah? No, it's a question. If you die while you are watching football, what are you going to? Because that's how Allah is going to resurrect you on the day of Qiyamah. If you die while watching Z-World Starlight, what are you going to tell Allah? Have you not actually established evidence against yourself? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us to understand that wallahi nobody will assess the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except those who are dedicated to the instructions of Allah and His Messenger. Jama'ah, do we understand? Now, this football, this film, they have actually carried away what we call al-wala and what? Al-bara. There is something like al-wala and al-bara again. I hope you are getting it. You see Muslims supporting somebody that is not worshiping Allah. Somebody that is giving the right of Allah to other than Allah. You are fighting, you are happy for that person. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. What kind of Islam are you practicing? This footballer, in fact, this recent one, the one that won the captain of those who won the cup. Which team is that? Argentina. So their captain, Mexico, he was not actually shy of displaying, his own gods. Do we understand? He was not shy, but yet you see Muslims actually praising him. People who are worshiping other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are sacrificing your time for them. What kind of Islam are you practicing? Don't you think there is problem with your Islam? Don't you think there is dirty in your heart? Jama'ah. And it is in view of this that I see that it is essential. It is compulsorily compulsory and obligatorily obligatory to teach people Aqidah. Well, all this is lack of Aqidah. If you understand Aqidah very well, I want you to be thinking is on how you can actually enter Jannah. Do you see barakah in our life? Look at our children now. Look at our children. Look at the way they are dressing. Look at the way they are talking. There is no what? There is no barakah. Go outside. Immakathna fil bayt. Nisa'un kasiyat ari'at. Abral kanawat. If we stay at home, we will see naked girls, naked ladies through where? Channels. Wa in kharajna ila shari'. Nafsu shay. If we also go outside, it's the same thing we will see physically. He said, Aina nadhab? Where are we going to go to? We cannot stay at home to be successful. We cannot also go outside to be what? To be successful. And you think that if we are living this kind of life, we are going to live a luxurious life, we are going to live a happy life? No. Well, it's part of the reasons why we are not living a happy life. A parent today, because he's watching Z-World, watching Nigeria film, his daughter will be naked. She will go outside with short knicker and singlet. Well, the father, the mother, these are Muslims, they'll be looking at them. My daughter is now, she's a university student. She's now socialized. She's civilized. I said, no, this one is not civilization. This is animalization. Because any civilization that is directly and indirectly, that is directly and inversely proportional to hellfire is equal to animalization. It's only animal you will tell that don't do this thing. Well, the animal will still come back and do it. Allah said don't do it, they are still doing it. What is civilization? Anything that will take you to where? Jannah. I hope you are getting the concept. That is what? That is civilization. But today, parents see civilization as what? Following those white people. You see girls with short knicker, boys with, what do you call it? What you call afro, boys with negative phones, doing negative things. In fact, some parents are even supporting their children. Where are they getting it from? From all these films, wallah. From all these films. I remember those days. Whenever we watch India film, we will come outside and be saying tu. This to tell you that we are getting those evil characters from where? From that film. So they are getting all these negative characters from where? From these films they are watching. These movies they are watching. So Jama, do you think that it worth it? Have you actually sat down and asked yourself that why are we suffering? Why is it that the suffering is progressing? It's not retrogressing. I hope you are getting it. It's because of what we have actually dipped our hand into. My brother, you wear white clothes. You wear what? White clothes. And you dip your leg in red oil. You that wore white clothes, you dip your leg in red oil. Please, will you ask yourself that how come about this thing? Will you ask yourself that how come about this thing? How do you know the reason? You know where this thing came from? Who necessitated this thing? You are the one. So I think it is high time we started actually informing people the evil of these things. The Muslims are known to be people who manage their time. As a Muslim, your time is gold to you. Because wallahi, when it goes, it will never come back to you again. So let us educate those people upon Tawheed. They don't know Tawheed. Wallahi, they don't know Tawheed. That is the reason why you see them actually spreading into, actually inclining to all these things. Our Sheikh said even Ahlul Sunnah. It's not everybody that keep beards and raise trousers that actually understands Sunnah. I hope you are getting it. That's not the end of Sunnah. Sunnah does not stop at keeping beards and raising trousers alone. For where is beyond that. I hope you are getting it. There are thousands of persons that are keeping beards, raising trousers online. They are zero when it comes to Sunnah. Ibn Taymiyyah said, "Laysa kullu man ta'alla bi sunnati sara sunni." It's not anybody that you see appearing as a Sunni that is a Sunni. Bal ta'rifu ar-rijal inda al-fitan. You will know those who are Sunni when there is what? When there is problem. So please, I think it is the scholars that we employ now that we need to start educating people about what? About Tawheed. Teaching people the importance of Tawheed. Tawheed will help them to manage their time. Tawheed will help them to maximize their time with Allah and minimize their time with what? With worldly things. And this is the few I can say. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to guide us. Alaikum salam, Shaykh. Amin wa iyyakum. Now,
because you engage yourself with what you know concerns you. So definitely what concerns you must pass.
Now.
We have students that if you ask them all the names of 5 companions,
Hmm.
Allah Ibadah is very well.
Hmm.
Even if you read how many times we cannot tell.
Hmm.
But they can call you the names of first 11.
Hmm.
First 11. You can call you the name of those who are waiting
Reserve bed.
for reserve. And so on. You understand?
No.
It is seriously affecting even our educational system.
Hmm.
The type of the life we are living now, it is scary.
Hmm.
The reason why I say even some that are grassy Sunnah. One of my brother was telling me that he went to watch match.
Hmm.
I looked at him. I said, what did he say? He said he went to watch match.
Hmm.
But like when he was coming, it was him and the Imam of a central masjid of Al Sunnah.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi.
When they were coming, when he went to it, I now saw the Jama'ah that are coming to listen to them in the masjid. Then they now tell them that no, there is another way. There is a room made special for those who don't want to be seen.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un.
So one of the problems we are facing, just rightly said at the beginning, is the conscience is not there.
Hmm.
I was listening to a scholar, very, very vast, very prominent in this country, Dr. Bashir.
No.
Muhammad
Hafizahullah.
He said they were asking him what is the position of playing ball. He said the scholars unanimously agreed that there is no single prohibition or no single proof that prohibits playing football. They brought all the submission. Now ask what of the position of those who are watching? He said which one is their own? He said which is their own? What role are they playing? Somebody said for pleasure. He brought this issue of importance of time. Say those who are playing football is either they are playing to get money or they are playing to exercise themselves. And all these ones, if you take it back to Sharia, you might see it that it is not prohibited. But when it comes to watching of the match, what do you have as a group to defend? So the problem we are facing is this watching of football has become something that even learning seriously affecting our educational system. How do you write it? Other we are going to give you assignment.
Inshallah, Sheikh. Jazakumullah.
Research on it so that you come and enlighten us on how we are going to fight, how we are going to bring this thing down, so
Inshallah.
that we take the way to the best of our own ability.
Inshallah. Amin wa iyyakum. Amin. Jazakumullah
Inshallah,
khair.
next week Wednesday, we are expecting the
Inshallah.
continuation of the class.
We'll discuss. You know, we have finished this.
Yes,
this
we don't want break because that break will break us too. So we don't want any break check. That's why the very day you break, I look at it as a check. Or immediately after you continue. So the break is what we are afraid of. Because Allah is saying we're in fitna. This Zaman is just Allah that will save us.
Nah.
All of us. Nobody is safe. So if you give us time now, it will be another problem.
Nah. Inshallah. May Allah continue. Inshallah, Sheikh.
Allah reward you upon
Amin wa
we cannot pay you.
Inshallah.
But Allah is going to pay you.
Inshallah,
And we
Sheikh.
ask Allah, this should be one of the sabab that admit you into center
Amin.
family without
Amin. Amin. Jazakumullah
Allah
khairan.
accept it as one of your good deeds.
Amin.
And also
Amin.
record it in the book of your good deeds.
Amin. Amin.
Allah will give you all your shukr.
Amin. Amin. Amin.
Grant you wealth,
Amin.
health,
Amin. Amin.
more knowledge,
Amin.
and also wisdom.
Amin.
We ask
Amin.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant you all your wishes.
Amin.
The
Amin.
ones that are good, the ones that are bad, may Allah exchange them with you.
Amin. Amin.
May
Amin.
Allah tomorrow wa ta'ala reward you.
Amin. Amin. Amin.
Say
Sheikh.
jazakumullah khairan.
Amin. Amin.
Khairan jazaa.
Amin. Shukran, Sheikh. Wa alaikum salam. Now. What is the
class? Since we are done with this particular thing? Is it that you pass across or it was
Okay, the next book,
Yes.
inshallah, I'll pass it across. Jazakumullah khair. Allahumma
Assalamu alaikum. For those who are not still following our page, please try and click on the page, because as it is now, we're going to be sending some information on that page. More particularly our classes and also the books that we'll be preaching. Just like we are supposed to do 1 hour this December, and you are not important. The almost 3 managers, but more particularly, we're more concerned with Malam Idris Al-Madani, because he was one we seriously discussed with a length. He's going to take us from Asr to Maghrib and Isha for 2 weeks completely. So after he finished the book, then inshallah Kareem, we're going to be featuring it for every 6 or 3 months of the year, so that we'll see that we can cover up at least, even if it is 2 or 3 books in a year. So that's one of our preparations, inshallah, which for this year we cannot. But inshallah Kareem, after he's back from his law school, we'll discuss and get the appropriate time. If we can use 3 scholars, if it is just 2 or 1, inshallah Kareem will get approach to you. But you know it's not possible for us to get you individual. So please, you can click on the page of Baytul Izzah. The name is Baytul Izzah Masjid LKJ. When you click, type the name or search for it, inshallah Kareem will see it. So follow the page so that you'll be getting some of our updates. May Allah make it easy for you.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما يحول بيننا وبين معصيك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك، ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصيبات الدنيا، ومتعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا ما أحيتنا، واجعله الوارث منا، واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا، وانصرنا على من عادانا، ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا، ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.